Disclaimer: this podcast was not made to slander or speak ill of any author we will soon talk about. We will try our best to disassociate the author from their books.
This is a book discussion, and we are just speaking our opinions and not just speaking negatively about any book.
And this is a spoiler warning.
I liked how, like, the second book, it was like a nice transition from the first one, to the second. How it was like the whole bathtub thing, the whole bathtub fiasco.
Hot tub.
Oh no! I said bathtub. In my head, I literally thought hot tub. Bathtub. Oh, because
No, I heard you say bathtub the first time, and I was like, bathtub. And then you said it again. I was like, bathtub. I was like, hot tub.
Hot tub. Okay.
I didn't catch it at all. I was just
You're like,
vibing.
yeah,
I was
bathtub.
bathtub. I probably would have said bathtub scene too.
Yeah.
I don't know why I literally thought hot tub, and then anyways, the whole hot tub fiasco and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was kind of confusing when I read the books, because I forgot that Lara Jean and Peter broke up, because in the movie they like wrapped it up all nice, and then in the books it started with like Lara Jean going to Peter's
I remember at the end of like the first one, I was like, when are they gonna resolve the whole thing? And then
I know, I was waiting.
And I was like, the book already ended, and I was so confused. But I like how it was like a nice trend. It was like kind of the type that's like a cliffhanger. I couldn't think of the right word. It was like a cliffhanger, so it got you to read the next book. That was a smart idea, I guess.
Yeah, because I didn't like how they did in the movies, because they wrapped it up so nicely for the first movie.
Yeah, but they did it like super
everything
quickly, though.
fell apart.
It was like the last 10
they did
minutes
really
of the movie.
quick.
They like.
Yeah, it was just kind of like a narration.
Yeah.
I mean,
but then like the second book, it was more of like it was resolved like over time, because it was like people still like prejudice against Lara Jean of like the whole thing,
Yeah, and there were still like videos going around and like
they literally would make like edits with the video, like that was bad.
And then she was also even talking about how like how it would affect her like college and stuff. I'm pretty sure. So that's
her
like
face
a good
wasn't
thing.
in it, so it was like kind of lucky.
Because like in the movie, they didn't really do that. They kind of just like, oh no, it was like in the spur of the moment, it was a problem. But like,
she wouldn't even tell her dad. Like, she was like scared to tell him.
Yeah, I feel like you should tell your parents.
I mean, they would find out one way or another.
Yeah.
Honestly, I just don't understand why like they had to make it such a big deal when, I mean, it's good that like Peter stood up for her. It's just in the plot itself, it's just like the issue is probably gonna resolve within 2 weeks or something. Like that's what Chris said. She's like, people are gonna forget about it. But then Peter like stood in front of the audience and he's like, stop talking about my girlfriend. And like I was like, okay.
Yeah, I remember like afterwards he was so proud of himself too, and I'm just like, you're doing the bare minimum kind of thing.
Like I feel like it's just bringing more attention to it. But I mean, it was kind of like played, like the video was played in front of them like the entire school, so it's like, what else can you do?
They're at like some like in their auditorium or whatever.
Yeah, it was like a presentation. I don't know, that was such a jerk move on Jen's part too. Like,
and they recorded it like Lara Jean could have like sued her or whatever.
Yeah, they could have sued, but
Couldn't they also technically could have sued the school as well for like showing, the video?
Yeah, maybe, because I feel like the school shoved on something, because the teachers knew about it. The teachers were all like, Lara Jean, like, I'm sorry, but you realize this is gonna affect you. I didn't think you were this type of girl, Lara Jean, like.
Yeah, like her counselor is like, your college applications are gonna be a little harder now. It's just like, okay, help her.
Yeah. And then it never really stopped until Lara Jean's father got into it and he was like threatening or something. I don't know. But I feel like the whole situation was just handled really poorly. Like in the movie, it was Margot that took care of everything.
Yeah.
But in the books, Lara Jean had to take care of it because Margot already went to
Scotland.
What's the place?
I was gonna say
Scotland.
Switzerland.
I was like Finland, and I was just like, that doesn't sound right.
It started with an S. I just remember that.
Yeah. So, and Laura Jean just handled it really poorly because I don't know. Laura Jean just.
I think she was mostly handling it by, you know, not being practical. She was just like, you know, what's the fastest way to get rid of it instead of what's the most practical way of getting rid of it. You know what I'm saying?
She was just like, oh, what do you mean? She wouldn't confront people. She would just run away.
I mean, I think it's best that she wouldn't confront them. I think that would just cause more drama.
Yeah, but she literally told Peter, like, I'm pretty sure Jen was the one that, like, recorded the video.
Yeah, but he did know that, too.
Yeah, and
He
that's,
knew it was
I mean,
her.
that's
And then-
why I was just, like, that's why I was, like, go Lara, but,
I'm kind of annoyed, though, because Peter was all like, I know Jen, I know she wouldn't do that.
but he
And
literally
then-
knew that she did it.
Yeah, and
I know,
later he
that
found out, and he
annoyed
didn't
me
even,
really.
like, apologize to Laura Jean, because it ruined her life for a little bit. Like, she was really struggling, and I feel like he could have done something about it, but he didn't for too long, kind of thing.
Because, like, all his, like, not all his friends, so, like, people were, like, congratulating him. They're like, yeah, Peter, and, like, I mean, that's kind of realistic, I guess, because it's, like, in society, it's, like, the guy.
But it bothered me that Laura Jean was so happy that he finally did something when he went up to the stage and told everyone to stop spreading the video, because he should have done that a while ago.
Yeah,
you
like,
know?
knowing that he was so popular and whatever.
And even then, he should have confronted Jen and be like, that's not cool. Like, come on, that's the least.
Yeah,
you
it
could
wasn't
do.
like, it wasn't cool in no world. It wasn't, and he should have like said something to her about it. But then he probably would have made some excuse like, oh, she's going through a lot.
I mean, he did, basically.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I feel like Jen should have like deserved some sort of like
She should have gotten something.
like some punishment or I mean
for
like
coming
not
for her.
something super harsh, but like, you know, for her to learn her lesson.
Yeah, like, at least detention or something.
Or like suspended. Literally, she like showed like a
Yeah.
video of them making out in the hot tub in front of the entire school. Like she should have gotten like suspended or something for that. It's really messed up. Like once you think of that.
Yeah, and then literally she disappeared for the rest of the book, and yeah, her parents were getting divorced.
Yeah,
But
her dad
come
was having an
on.
affair with, like, someone Margot's age.
yeah, that was kind of awkward. But I just feel like she should have had something else, because she ruined Laura Jane's life, and she had the audacity to be like, you kissed Peter though, that's why I
it was
hate you
just
so
like,
much.
you were his, like, he was gonna kiss me first, but I told him no, and so he went to kiss you. It's like, girl, you said no.
Yeah, you said no, what were you expecting? Like, come on. And she never talked to Laura Jean about it. She was just like, yeah, she just decided to hate her, and Laura Jean didn't know anything about it. She couldn't have apologized.
Yeah, and
Like-
it's like, Laura Jean was literally over here like, oh my god, he took my first kiss, or whatever, and then, like,
Yeah.
Jen is literally
Laura
over
Jean
here
wasn't
like, get
happy
out of my
about
life
it.
now, away, bye. Like, okay, that's
Yeah.
not the way to deal with it.
Like, come on, communication.
At least he asked for consent.
That's true, that's true.
That's the only good thing out of this.
Yeah, I mean, he took no, and he moved on.
Yeah, like he took no and then he left. You know, like
He'll find someone else. Like, sorry, Jen.
you said no, and see, no means no. So what else? See, you know, this is something he
You know,
should
like,
be
would Jen
praised
rather
for.
she say no and then he kiss her anyways? That would be bad. That would be
that would be bad.
Yeah.
disgusting. So, like,
Exactly. See, this is a good lesson for teenagers. No means no.
yeah, and, like, don't blow things up, guys.
Doris is making that like face. She's like, oh boy.
Oh,
Doris is like,
boy.
But there's this one thing that triggered me a lot, was that the movie didn't have the whole like game
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
like that
the game was
Hunter
such a big
game.
part of
Like,
everything.
that game seems so interesting, you know.
I mean,
but
honestly, that
Yeah.
game didn't do a lot for the book.
it did bring
I
them back
mean,
together.
it made John Ambrose and Lara Jean dance together.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But like as a whole, I feel like it wasn't necessary, but it was kind of fun.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah, cause it's also cause like they met at the treehouse.
Yeah, it like brought how they're teenagers, so they like, and it also shows how close they live together because I feel like that's brushed apart. Like Jen, well, actually no,
Jen
Jen
lives
and-
kind of
but
far though, right?
Pete-
Away from them.
Cause Jen
Yeah,
lived
Jen,
in
like,
a
moved
rich
away.
neighborhood.
Doesn't John Ambrose also live kind of far away from them?
He moved away.
Yeah, John Ambrose like moved away.
I'm pretty sure everyone else like lives close by. But I mean, it was like, I think it's also like a good reason for a reason why they're like brought back together too. You know,
Yeah.
they had the whole game, and then
Mm-hmm. Especially with how Lara Jean like found Jen with like following her dad, and her dad had like an affair.
oh wait, and there's also that one, I think my favorite one was was Lucas part of it too? I don't think he was he? Because was it
No. He wasn't part of the original group. It was Chris, Jen, Trevor,
yeah.
Peter,
Oh yeah, Trevor
Laura, and John.
Oh, I'm pretty sure John got Chris. I think, and then like I think Laura was
Yeah.
helping John get Chris, and then I remember like I think Chris was like getting gas into her car or something, and then John like tagged her as she was getting gas or something. I was like that was pretty fun.
I could so imagine Jordan Fisher doing that though. Like I literally played that in my head, and I was just like, that's such like,
Yeah.
because
Oh my
Jordan
God, yeah.
Fisher, he's like nimble.
Chris got Trevor too. I remember that because
Mm-hmm.
like Laura pretended she was like hurt or something, and Trevor was like, "Oh my
Yeah.
god, are you okay?" And then Chris was like, "Hiya."
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it was so interesting because the prize was a wish granted, and it's so interesting to see what each person wanted. Laura Jean's wish was so boring though. She was like, "I wish everything will go back to normal." I'm like, "Come
Okay,
on,
that's,
you
like,
could've,
the most-
It's like that
Wish
is
something
not
else.
possible. Okay.
Like what I would
Yeah.
wish for, I would be like, I want. What would I wish for? Honestly, that's like
I would wish for
reasonable.
everyone every single time we eat out to treat me.
to pay.
That's a lot of money I save.
Every
okay?
time you go out to eat with someone, they pay.
Yeah, it makes me sound greedy, but like, let's be honest,
does.
I'd probably.
I mean, I
In
guess it would
total-
only work for like people who did play, because like it just anyone in
Yeah.
general. That's kind of rude, you know. I think I
Well,
guess
yeah.
for people, or like I
God.
guess you could say like people who did play like pay for like a meal for you or something.
Yeah.
Only one.
I don't-
I'm just kidding.
I don't, Anya, because if we did this, girl, I ain't paying
Yeah.
for every meal.
No, but Chris like wanted a car from Jen.
Yeah.
Well, Jen
Remember?
was
They're like
rich.
grandma's car. Come on.
Okay, yeah, that is true.
What would I want? I would want.
You would want Will Herondale.
Yeah, but like that's even less realistic than.
Oh yeah,
Laura
that's true. Then
Jean's.
Anya would also want Gem,
So-
and we can't get
Yeah.
her Gem.
Yeah. But Anya's more obsessed with Jem than I am with Will,
That's
so I feel like that's
true.
not even a fair comparison. So, because I love Will, like, love him, but my love is spread evenly through other book characters.
Mine isn't.
Yeah, Anya's so loyal, it's kind of scary.
But
I think my love for book characters are just non-existent, except for Newt, and
Yeah.
I guess other book characters.
Yeah, I mean, Newt's a fair. He's.
I don't know. I don't think I'm as obsessed with Newt as I was like before. Oh my gosh, my Pinterest page.
Yeah. No.
Like my Pinterest, it gets really random because I get obsessed with one person and then my Pinterest is full of
Yeah.
them. And then I get obsessed with another person and my Pinterest is like full of that person.
Yeah. Whenever I search one thing up, my Pinterest page is just full of it.
Same.
Like, it was full of Renegades for a little bit. Now it's full of Red, White, and Royal Blue.
all of that.
that's cute.
I know.
I
I was trying to find the emails.
I remember I was just looking. I was trying to search up like inspiration for like. I remembered I drew Rysand as like the fairy odd parent, so I
Oh,
searched up
yeah.
Rysand into my Pinterest, and then like barely like a few minutes later, I go into my feed, and then all I see is Rysand, and I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah.
My feed has been the same for so long. Like, it's the usual Animal Crossing, the usual bullet journaling. It's just
Anya's
it
is just
hasn't
super aesthetic in
changed.
general.
Yeah. No, I
Yeah.
literally every time I have like a class, but it's not that I'm not paying attention. I'm just like I just go on Pinterest.
You're like
sprints.
listening, but like mindlessly scrolling through.
Yeah, you're just like,
that's
because
what I do.
Pinterest, you don't use brain power. You're just like, that's pretty, click. That's pretty,
Yeah.
click. So it's like I'm still listening, and so I literally just like save everything, and so my Pinterest feed looks better now. But it's like,
Can't relate.
mine is not pretty or interesting.
I know.
Laura
Pretty
Jean's Pinterest board would be
pictures.
so pretty.
What?
Yeah.
Laura Jean, because
Laura
she'd
Jean,
have
yeah.
like
Her room-
scrapbooking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and her room, like, during the movie, it was so
It was like super
aesthetic.
messy, but like when it was clean, it looked like aesthetic
yeah,
and cute.
it was like artsy and stuff. So, I mean, I wouldn't want my room to look like that because I like more clean.
Yeah, same.
like,
I don't
aesthetic
really
light
like
and all
crowded,
that.
you know.
So,
her room just seems
yeah.
super crowded, but like still artsy at the same time.
Yeah, like half of my walls are blank, and I mean that's
Yeah,
not
same with
great,
mine.
but it's like, yeah, I can see that.
I have like
But,
a
like-
blank room.
Yeah. I mean, but it's just like nice to look at in general because it's like you feel very open.
Also, like when you're in a Zoom call, it just looks less awkward because like there's nothing for the teacher to comment on. It's just a blank wall.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather have a blank wall than a tapestry.
I don't know. I used to want a tapestry. That just reminds me of that one part. I realized that I talked a lot about the dark artifices in Six of Crows episode, but it just reminds me of that one part where Emma was at the Dearborn's office, and then Dearborn was like taking down this tapestry of Alec. So then Emma was Emma was all like, "Oh, but tapestry is so expensive," so she dragged a giant tapestry of Alec back. And then she was talking to Alec, and she was like, "Hey, would you want a tapestry of yourself?" And he's like, "What?"
And he's like, all right.
I mean, it was so sweet that his dad had like a tapestry of him.
Yeah, but not Izzy. The audacity.
No, because like he didn't really care. He cared about Alec.
Oh, I think
and all
it's
that,
he,
but
he didn't care about Izzy. I would have
Oh.
been like, "Oh, T."
No, because he was so mean to Alec, because obviously Alec's gay, and so he's just like, he didn't accept him.
Yeah.
And then, so that was like the main thing, like the main message. So, we stan Alec, by the way.
I just
course.
realized
Icon.
there aren't any like LGBTQ like couples in 12 the Boys I Love Before. Not really.
Well, Lucas
there's
is gay, but
Lucas.
he just doesn't have a boyfriend.
But he didn't have a big role. But I mean, like the whole story isn't really about
Yeah.
LGBTQ. But
I mean, the representation in general.
I feel like Chris would kind of give off those type of vibes. Not gonna lie.
Well,
Not
technically,
really.
I guess no, because
representation.
John Ambrose in the books is a tall, skinny white guy.
Yeah, and their entire family's Korean, but there's no actual Korean aspects in it.
Well, no,
And yeah,
they went
there's
to
like
to
Yeah,
their
they had the New
grandma's
Year's
house
thing.
in the traditional Korean
Yeah.
clothes.
I know, but I feel like that's just like kind of reaching. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I feel like they could have incorporated more.
That's true.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like she could have added more, but
I don't know, but she is half white, so
Yeah, I mean, because it's like her mom,
Yeah.
who's their connection to their Korean culture, died. It's like you can only go so far.
I do like.
I mean, there's
how,
Korean dishes.
I do like how their father still tries to, respect that side of them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Wait,
wait,
oh my
but
God.
and then
Oh my God.
wait. There's that their neighbor that
Yeah,
their
Trini.
dad- Yeah.
Yeah, she was
With Rothschild.
introduced
Ross-
in this
Rothschild.
book. Yeah.
Kitty was trying to like set them up. That was kind of weird.
Yeah, I feel like Kitty's just, she's nosy, it's established, but trying to set your dad up with another woman is just kind of weird.
Especially your neighbor. Like,
'Cause-
I don't know.
I mean,
'Cause-
I do like how they do try to incorporate Kitty into their storyline. Cause like
Yeah.
if she didn't do
Yeah.
any of all that stuff, she would be irrelevant.
Yeah, Kitty's the most interesting of all of them, I feel like.
For
It's
sure.
like,
I just see Anya's cat like jump up.
yeah.
Yay. Okay, anyways. But like when Laura okay. Ugh, this was frustrating because like Laura and Peter broke up on such stupid terms. But like when they broke up, Kitty literally chose Peter over Laura and I was like, go off.
Laura was so betrayed too. She was just like, what the heck? And she's just like, Peter gives me rice. Oh my god, that one scene where Laura's like, if you want to come with me, you gotta hurry up. And then Peter just drives on by. And then like Kitty's just like, my ride's here. And Laura's just like, he's my ex-boyfriend. Like, come on.
No, because like Kitty woke up late and she was like, Laura was like, if you don't wake up, you're gonna miss the bus. And she's just like, I'm not going on the bus. And then she's like, my ride's here, toodaloo. And like Laura's over here like, oh my god, I have to drive myself.
Yeah.
It's funny that Laura's a bad
know.
driver.
Yeah, I
Gives
know,
her
relatable.
Character and personality.
Yeah, and honestly,
it makes sense.
it's a very normal fear.
I think it's just mainly because Lara Jean's like personality.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, obviously she loves being at home and baking and all that. And it just makes sense that
Oh yeah, didn't
she
she
doesn't
like bake Peter a pie or
driving.
something like that?
Yeah, I think
For
like
like
she baked
Valentine's Day?
something for.
She baked something for him.
Yeah, for
I know,
Valentine's Day.
I just
think.
remembered
Yeah.
they have, like,
Valentine's
this
Day.
thing. Oh yeah, the Valentine's Day thing.
Valentine's Day was also frustrating because of the letter.
Yeah.
The beginning was like sappy, cute with their relationship, but at the same time, it was like kind of cringy.
What?
Because like the beginning of the book was when they were like actually in their relationship.
Oh right,
so
and then
they
she
were-
had that letter in her pocket, and then he was like, "What's in your pocket?" And then she's like, "Nothing." And then he like went to get it, and then she's like, "Ugh." And then
She's
she
like,
gave him the
dang
letter.
it. And she thought he was gonna send her like those people that like sing songs for you to your Valentine, and she's just like, why didn't you send them to me? Like, girl, you don't like attention.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, he like specifically said that to her, right? That like she didn't want that.
Yeah. I don't know. Laura Jean wanted a lot from Peter.
I know. Like if you,
Like he wasn't a good boyfriend, but she was kind of asking for a lot
I mean, he did give her that poem.
that he didn't write.
like the audacity he has to plagiarize a famous poem by Edgar Allan Poe. Like what was he thinking?
You know what? Lara Jean doesn't even need Peter to send those people to sing to her. She has Peter saying the poem to her. Like,
Yeah, and in the movies he brought her. Maybe it happened in the books too. I feel like it happened in the books too. But like he brought her to where Laura Jean like fake or not fake kissed him, but like kissed him, and then he like just started reading it while people were like running past them, and I was like, I would be so embarrassed. Like, shut up.
yeah, no, I'd be like, please stop.
It's like I can read
the poem.
I can read.
Mm-hmm. Plus, it's just Annabelle Lee. We've all read the poem. Like, come on.
Yeah,
it's
and
not that
Laura
special.
Jean genuinely thought he wrote it. Like, girl.
I read it in like middle school. Like we got tested on it, and then I read it, and then yeah, I got grossed out that he like crawled into the tomb. But anyway, other than that, it's
Yeah,
like,
that was kinda
and I
random.
didn't when I watched the movie, I didn't specifically know that it was Annabelle Lee until like he said Laura Jean. I was like, and then like I was thinking of like when he was talking about it, and then I thought Annabelle Lee before he said Laura Jean. I was like, wait. And then I was like, I recognize this poem. That's kind of sus. And then I remembered I like searched up because that was when I didn't know like anything about literature. I like didn't know it was like that poem. So I searched it up. I was like, wait, he copied the poem. And then I was like, is she not gonna say anything about it? And then she did. She's like, oh my gosh, he was so sweet. He wrote me this really amazing poem.
And then Chris is like, that's
It wasn't
Edgar
even
Allan
that good.
Poe.
Like, come on. It's just like repeating, like, yeah, it's like really nice literature and all that. But I don't know. I feel like Annabelle Lee's not that romantic. I don't know. I can't say
like there's a
anything.
lot of romantic stuff in it. There's like the stars.
I mean, the poem
never
is
rise, and I
like
see the bright eyes, or something like
Annabelle
that.
Lee.
Like
That's
is-
cute.
it
It's
is a
just the
love
fact that
poem.
Laura Jean didn't know.
It is a love poem. It's just like the end of it was just really sus.
Kind of creepy.
But it was like I guess it was cute that he thought of her for the poem, but he kind of implied that he didn't imply it, but like it just seemed like it just gave off mixed signals. He didn't deny that he wrote it. Yeah, it just gave off mixed signals.
Yeah. Plus, he's a lacrosse jock. He's not gonna write poetry.
I mean, you wouldn't know. There's
stereotypically he wouldn't. But like just based on Peter's character, like he
think
actually
of
doesn't.
Peter's personality. Yeah. Is he the type to just sit and write poetry and be like, Laura Jean,
Laura Jean, the beautiful eyes of Laura Jean. Like even when in the movie when he read it out loud, it seems like he had never read it before. He's just like, the beautiful eyes of Laura Jean. I was like, okay.
Yeah, he seemed so awkward when he was reading it too. He was just like, Laura Jean. Beautiful eyes, Laura Jean. Because, like, Noah Centineo, no hate to him, but, like, his eyebrows would just go, like, you know, like, it would, like, go down and, like, raise up. He's like, Laura Jean.
I wish we could, like, just embody facial expressions in our words. Because Doris's face just now was beautiful.
You mean like the duck face?
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Like that duck face where you're like,
It's the one that Flynn Rider does. The
sultry one.
The smolder. That's what it's called. The smolder.
Yeah.
I was about to say the smolder. I was like, that sounds wrong. The smolder.
It's so weird. Like he like.
Love Disney.
Doris, do not try it. I just saw Doris trying to do a smolder, and I was like, oh no.
Oh no. Maybe Noah Centineo can do it. I don't know. I find it kind of cringy.
Yeah, I mean, it's.
I just don't think.
Maybe Jordan Fisher could pull it off.
Maybe.
All right.
John Ambrose McLaren.
I saw him in that movie, the recent movie he did where he was dancing.
Work It.
I only watched it because he was in it and
he lost
Sabrina
his job.
Carpenter
Sorry,
was
that's
in
irrelevant.
It,
but like,
Liza Koshy was in it.
Yeah.
I only watched it.
I freaking love Jordan Fisher. He's such a good actor.
And the dancer.
He's so sweet.
Oh my
in
god,
every
she was
role.
Dear Evan Hansen.
And the singer.
Who is Dear
I
Evan
wanted to
Hansen?
watch it on Broadway.
Jordan Fisher is just so well-rounded. I feel like I didn't grow up with him, obviously, but like I watched him on Disney Channel, and then when I was in my Dancing with the Stars, yeah, I know Holden. Oh my god, obsessed.
He was so good.
And then I was like, oh my god, I was obsessed with Holden. But then obviously I grew out of Liv and Maddie, and then I became obsessed with Dancing with the Stars. And guess who was on Dancing with the Stars? None other than Jordan Fisher. And I was obsessed because he's like a really good dancer. It's kind of crazy. And then, like, you know, appreciate him. And then I got into my Hamilton phase. And then I realized he was on Hamilton for a little bit. Like, that was cool. And then, you know, To All the Boys I Loved Before.
He was in Dear Evan Hansen.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. Oh my god, Dear Evan Hansen!
He was on Broadway, but then COVID.
I know, I want to see it so bad.
Dear Evan Hansen was actually, like, one of the musicals I actually wanted to go see. Like, other than, like, Heathers. But they don't have Heathers anymore, I'm pretty sure. Right?
No, Heathers has always been off Broadway.
I know that Mean Girls recently got off Broadway, and that's kind of sad.
Oh, right, my friend saw Mean Girls.
That's fun.
I'm pretty sure Anya got me into Mean Girls.
Really?
Oh, that's fun.
I love that.
I'm just kind of sad that, because I still like Dear Evan Hansen, but I'm not obsessed with it anymore.
The songs are kind of bops, though.
Yeah, they're bops, but, like, I just wish that I don't listen to Dear Evan Hansen. That's the problem. Because the songs, they're, like, I'm obsessed with For Forever. It's so good.
I love Waving Through a Window.
I know. Like, the songs are really good. I just, like, I don't know.
We just, actually, like, all three of us, we just really like musicals, so.
Yeah.
We're, like, really
musicals
well-rounded,
are so great.
too.
I know we are well-rounded.
I mean, I think Anya likes musicals more than us. I mean, more than me.
Yeah.
I know that for a fact.
I don't know. For a while, I like stopped liking it while Doris still liked a lot of.
Yeah, because Anya would like go into the phases before me, and then I'd go into it, and then I'd go like during my hardcore, like the peak of my phase, Anya would be like, yeah, and I'd be like, oh my god, Six the Musical, Heathers, Dear Evan Hansen,
so much. Heathers is my favorite musical all time.
Yeah,
for
same.
sure. I don't get how you guys think that Candy Store is boring.
It's not boring.
know,
It's just not the best song.
It absolutely
Yeah,
is
it's
the
not
best
the
song. I don't know what you guys
best.
are talking about.
The harmonies are really good though. I will say that. But like, it's just I don't know. Maybe it's because like it was on TikTok for a while, so it was like.
No, wait.
You
that
know
one?
what?
I thought.
I don't-
I thought
Big
Big
Fun
Candy
was
Store
on
was my
TikTok too,
most
but
played
Candy Store
song
was
of
also
2020. I can't say anything.
What?
Candy Store was my most played song on 2020 for my Spotify Wrapped.
Really?
Most played?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah, I wasn't expecting
Mine
it, and
was-
like,
I think mine was Cruel Summer, Taylor Swift.
Mine was Hurricane by Bridget Mendler.
Oh my gosh, One Direction was on my. It was in like the top 5 most played, or not top 5. It was like near the top. We love. Oh my gosh, I'm so proud of myself for getting Doors into One Direction.
oh my god, yeah.
That's like.
I'm just obsessed with Taylor Swift. That was my top.
I mean, you really like her Evermore and Folklore album. I like her older ones.
yeah, I like her older ones too, like Speak Now,
I like-
Fearless.
I
I
wish
like
Speak Now
I've been
wasn't the
listening to
title.
Reputation a lot.
Oh my
recently.
god,
I know,
yes!
same.
Oh my god,
Reputation's
oh my
so
god, Reputation
good.
is so good.
I know. I used to hate on it. I don't know why I did, and I was like, now.
Yeah, I don't remember you were like, I don't really like
I never
Reputation.
hated
I'm like,
it. I just
it's not the
I just
worst.
didn't like Look at What You Made Me Do.
Yeah, I didn't like that one. I like.
It's
I
okay.
like
It's a
King
bop.
of My Heart and Getaway Car. Those are bops.
Of course.
Oh my
of
god,
course.
Getaway Car is so good.
I like Getaway Car. I Did Something Bad.
I like Don't Blame
Yeah,
Me.
Don't Blame Me so good.
And then Gorgeous is just so fun.
Her songs are just. Her songs
I
are
like
just
that. I
bops.
like the beginning where it's like gorgeous.
Gorgeous. Oh my god, I love Taylor Swift. I think my favorite albums Speak Now and then Folklore. Folklore is so good.
I know. You guys were saying that Evermore is better than Folklore. It's not, in my opinion.
I think it's a little bit
Yeah.
better.
My brother was literally dragging Evermore the other day. He was like, it sounds like she was like, he was like, it sounds like she was improvising all the songs. And I was like, she probably did.
You're joking right now.
Okay, well, sorry, but your brother's opinion is irrelevant.
I mean, my
It's
brother
so
has
good.
been studying music in college, so he would know all this stuff about music.
Okay, well, I don't care.
Yeah, you know what? I'm just like, this is like one of those times I don't want to be educated. I don't need to know about music.
Her lyrics
I
are
just-
so good.
Yeah, that's
Oh my
that's
God,
very
they're
true.
so
She's really
good.
good at writing lyrics.
Yeah, but I do think, because like, I think Folklore is better than Evermore. I was like really going for Evermore, but like
I feel like
Folklore's
Laura
just
Jean would
so
be the type
good.
of person to like Taylor Swift.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel
But
like
she
they
wouldn't,
mentioned
like-
her in the books, Taylor Swift.
I feel like she gives off. I don't know. I feel like she gives off the same vibes as like Anya does. Of like not like you two, like Anya and Laura Jean aren't the same people, obviously.
Laura,
You guys just,
no,
like,
Anya
give
is
off,
just
like-
like the higher version of Laura
Yeah,
Jean.
obviously.
Thank you,
Like
thank
the
you.
cooler
Like
one.
Yes, yes.
you guys just seem to have like the same like. You guys seem yeah
Vibe.
like you enjoy the same things,
Like-
I guess, or like
I don't know.
just the same vibe.
I'm so bad at baking, but sure.
Oh right. Well, oh yeah. There's that. There's baking.
Yeah, and she's not like dreamy like Laura Jean.
Yeah, I mean, I tried to be like reflective and do like scrapbooking, you know, like photos and stuff. But like I can like journaling at most, cause journaling is like just.
I mean, like
you
I
write
wouldn't
your
say you guys have the
thoughts.
same hobbies, but I feel like you guys like, you know, like I don't know, you just give off the same vibes, kind of
Love
like
that.
you know,
Yeah.
like that ooh woo vibe.
Ooh.
Yeah. Anya's just a very sweet person.
Yeah.
Aww. Anyways, we should go back to P.S. I Love You. P.S. I Still
Oh
Love
yeah.
You. We haven't even talked about like the P.S. I Still Love You part, which is John Ambrose.
Oh, that was like the whole thing.
I mean,
The P.S. I Still
that's what
Love
I
You?
thought, because it's like she still kind of loved him. She's just like
Yeah.
I like
I
she
didn't like
thought.
connect the two. It kind of like
I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like John Ambrose in the books is just not as great as John Ambrose in the movies.
I mean, obviously, because Jordan Fisher.
It's some white boy. So, I can't really say much about the books because I don't want to be heated that he's apparently has like lemon blonde hair or something like that. Like
lemon
Yeah, that's
blonde
kind of
hair.
weird.
yeah, it was something like that. I was just like he had like blonde hair, and I'm like, come on, like.
But in the movie, he was like blonde and like white. In like the first one, the second one, it was Jordan Fisher, and everyone was like making it a big deal and stuff.
Yeah, Jordan Fisher's just embodies John.
Yeah,
Ambrose
he just
in
gives.
there,
I feel like he definitely made John Ambrose like a better character than he was in the books.
Mhm.
I liked the part where they were like hosting this party for the senior center or the nursing home or whatever, and they dressed up. And I mean, obviously they only danced because Laura was like, "Oh my god, this is my chance to tag him," but then he was like, "You don't have me, right? Like you wouldn't tag me," but she did anyways. But like that was cute.
Yeah. I just remember like John Ambrose was like when Laura Jean was like, "Yeah, I'm choosing Peter," and I was like, "Come on." And he was just like, "Maybe we're not meant for it right now, but like maybe eventually." I'm like,
I feel like Laura Jean and John would have been like, I don't know. I feel like they're just so similar they would get bored.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, John Ambrose, like, she literally went to go find him at a Model UN conference.
Oh,
and then when she saw him, she ran away. I was like, you traveled to this place for what?
Yeah, I don't understand it. John Ambrose just deserved so much better because Laura Jean didn't tell him that her and Peter were dating. So then he was just like,
I guess it wouldn't be relevant, you know, because like.
I mean, he was kind of obviously trying to flirt with her.
Yeah, he was like,
I mean, like,
he was flirting with her.
In Laura Jean's eyes, it could just been like friendly, you know, talking.
Yeah,
and
but
stuff.
just like
I don't know. He like with the letter, he was like, yeah, but it was you that liked.
Oh yeah, and he was
me.
like, I want the letter
like,
back or something like that. Or like once he gave it to her, he's like, I
Yeah.
want the
yeah,
letter
he's like,
back
I
or
want
something.
proof that someone liked me. She's like, what do you mean? Everyone liked you, but he's like, but it was you that liked me.
I don't know. I guess
yeah, like I feel like it was obvious that he was like flirting.
I think like, you know, for like books, it's just so obvious when someone's flirting, but like in real life, you can never tell.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
you guys were like, it's so
too.
obvious. I'm like, for me, I'm just like, I would never be able to tell.
No, but it's not like, I mean, for Laura, I'm sure she's quite oblivious, but like, it's just from the viewer's perspective, you're just like, girl, just pay attention a little. I don't know. And just like the fact that she was gonna bring someone she wrote a love letter to and her current boyfriend, like, I feel like at that point, you should just be like, by the way, I'm actually dating someone, so please don't be like, yeah, you wrote me a love letter. I mean, Peter knew, but like, that's
she
so
could have
weird.
been like, oh, that was a while ago, I'm dating someone right now, so like she could have like been nice about it instead of like been, I don't know.
Yeah, but Peter was
And
like,
the
I want to
tension-
help my girlfriend. Like, can I help my girlfriend? Like, oh my god, possessive much?
And then the tension between John Ambrose and Peter, it's obvious. Like, come on. And oh my god, that one scene in the treehouse when Peter was like, "Hey John, didn't you used to have a stutter?"
Oh my
like,
god, that part made me so angry.
I know,
Like, who does that?
I don't know. Like, that's just such a low blow because, like, a stutter is, like, kind of, like, not a disability, but, like, you know, like, kind of, like, a thing. And it's obvious he was insecure about it. He went to speech therapy.
Yeah,
like,
and then John Ambrose literally played off so well. He's like, haha, my speech therapist would be so happy about that. Like,
I know.
that was kind of sad.
He deserves so much better. Like, John Ambrose is just... He's not, obviously, in the book, he's not fun, like, as good as, like, the movies. But, like, still, he's something.
Yeah,
you know?
and I don't know, because he did so much for Laura Jean.
I know, he did so much. Like, he went to the party. He was, like, all sweet to her. He helped her out a lot. And even when it was revealed that she had a boyfriend, she never told him, he was still like, it's okay.
Yeah, and they, like, that one night when they were, like, helping Stormy or something, I don't know, but, like, they literally snuck out and started having a snowball fight. And you're telling me Lara, I mean, in the books, Lara Jean was like, oh my god, this is something. I think that was after they broke, Peter and Lara broke up.
Yeah, that was after they broke up.
Yeah, so, like, I mean, it's not wrong for her to be like, oh my god, do I like him? And she's like, wait, I'm moving on too fast. But, like, I feel like she was just leading him on at that point.
Yeah, I know. And, like, then John Ambrose, like, kissed her. And then she was all like, yeah, it wasn't a good kiss, but it wasn't the kiss. I'm like, come on, what are you talking about? Like, girl.
Yeah, I don't know. The love triangle just made me frustrated, and, like, it was also dumb because Josh completely disappeared from the picture. Like, he got a girlfriend.
Like, oh my gosh, if Josh was still there, it would have been, like, a love, like, pentagon. Because there's, like, Jen, Peter, Lara, Josh, and John. It's like a pentagon. Yep. Or a pentagram.
Yeah. Pentagram?
Pentagram.
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 Like,
no, because pentagon's like the closed shape.
A pentagram, you know, like in like, you know, those like rituals, they'd like.
I understand.
I don't even know what a pentagram is.
I'm educated now.
It's like a star. A pentagram. Yeah, it is like a well, it's more like a... Anyways.
many different problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm glad Josh wasn't in it. Like, I feel like the first book kind of just ruined Josh.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially when he kissed Lara Jean. Like,
he just, like, my whole idea of Josh just got ruined. Like, he just seemed, in the movie, he just seemed so perfect, you know? He just seemed so
in the movies it was just like,
unproblematic.
he just wanted to get over Margot.
Yeah, he just seems so unproblematic and, like, a good friend. Like, he was there for Lara Jean through all, like, that drama and stuff. And then the books kind of just ruined my whole image of him.
Yeah, he was just trying to get over Margot.
And he kissed Lara Jean instead.
In the books... Yeah, in the books, when Margot wanted to get back together with him, he denied her, like...
I know.
Like, you weren't sulking a couple days ago.
I mean, technically it was for the better,
yeah.
But it was just like...
I know.
But that was also so out of character for Margot, because, like, Lara was literally, like...
I know!
Margot, when she makes decisions, she literally thinks them through, and then Margot's over here like, well, I regret my decision, so take me back. I don't know why I did that voice.
Yeah, I was like, it sounded funny. Oh no, Margot, like, didn't really have that big of a role in this book. Not really.
Yeah. I mean, because she was, like, kind of, like, more accepting of Peter.
Yeah.
So then there wasn't that conflict, so... Plus, Lara Jean's, like, more mature in this book, so...
Yeah, she just makes a lot of dumb decisions. I don't know, she wasn't that
She's
mature.
more mature than the
like,
first book.
She was, like, super petty in this book, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Lara Jean just needs to,
She had a lot of trust issues.
Yeah, she had trust issues, and she was super petty. But, like, what I do love about the movie, though, was that when she was, like, getting ready for the lacrosse game, there's Blackpink playing.
Oh my god, yeah.
I was like, that's so iconic.
Oh wait, I don't know if we talked about this, but, like, she literally dressed up in Peter's, like, uniform, what's it called? Jersey. Yeah, and, like, she had this number painted on her face, and, like, that's cute, I guess, but, like I don't know, it seemed awkward, because she was so
I never see any of that, like, at football games, or, like, school
I feel like
games.
that's
I've never seen that.
Weird. I mean, if he wants her to do it, and she's okay with doing it, that's fine, it's just...
I mean, school spirit.
And then it's also awkward because when she went to the game, Peter wasn't even there because he was comforting Jen.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
right, and there's that whole thing. And he was like, she's going through a lot. I mean, I mean,
I understand why Peter would, like, want to comfort Jen, but at the
like,
same
during
time...
his lacrosse game, like, there was, like, a super big lacrosse game, too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And, like...
It was, like, how they were gonna go to, like, the playoffs or something like that.
I mean, like,
it was something.
Jen can wait. I'm sorry. Like, this seems kind of rude, but, like... Because, like, Peter shouldn't be at Jen's beck and call, you know?
Yeah, I understand both perspectives. Like, not Peter. Peter's irrelevant. Who cares about Peter? But, like, I get why Jen would call on Peter because, you know, they did date and, like, most of her friends did seem fake.
Yeah,
it's
that's
like,
true.
You would want to talk
and then Peter
to
probably already knew about it, like, before, like, while they were dating, too.
Yeah.
So she
Peter said, like, this isn't the first time, it's just it's never been someone this young.
Yeah, so, like, he would understand. So I see Jen's point of view, and then I guess I see Laura Jean's point of view, because, like, he did go to her, wrong. You know? It just, I don't know, like, the situation just seems like it's a lose-lose, you know?
Yeah, it's a lose-lose.
It's basically just Peter's fault for not communicating.
Yeah. That's, like, the main thing with this book. Like, communication, people.
I mean, like, I do get that, like, he didn't want to tell Laura Jean what Jen was going through, though. Because, like, if he said, like, oh, Jen's been going through a lot, and she probably wouldn't believe him, you know? Because it's, like, super
but then
broad.
There's also, like... Yeah, but then it's Laura Jean's trust issues. Like, come on. Like, he's not gonna go back... Well, maybe he will go back to Jen, because, like, they were, like, on and off. But, like, have more faith, you know?
Yeah, because they literally acted like, you know, you're my... like, they literally said, like, in their contract, like, Laura Jean and Peter won't break each other's hearts. So it's like, if you trust each other so much...
there's that whole part where he's, like, in the movie, I don't remember if it was in the book, I just know it was in the movie, where he would, like, break my heart, Covey, break it into 1,000 pieces, and I'm like...
Yikes.
I just didn't like...
That sounds like the selection. The quote.
Yeah, he was like, break my heart as many times as you
It was only yours to break anyways.
Yeah.
That one, I like that one. Sorry, Peter.
Like, I just didn't like how Peter just, like, I don't know, just sounded the same. I feel like that type of, like, quote is just so overdone now.
Yeah, I mean...
So go ahead and break my heart again.
Yeah, that was like the first time I read that type of quote was the selection, and I was like,
So I still love that quote.
The selection just like, I know, the selection, like, it's just had so many good quotes. I'm like, oh.
I mean, for me, I think P.S. I Still Love You was not as good as To All the Boys I Loved Before, but it wasn't, like, the worst. It was just frustrating. A lot of the times.
I don't know. I guess part of me was like rage reading, like.
Yeah, I rage read through all of them.
Yeah, like there's some moments where you're like, it's so cute, and then sometimes you're just like, oh my god, I want to like grind this world into dust.
It's like, come on, common sense, people.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for listening to Book Expectations with Anya, Doris, and Isabel.
Email us at bookexpectationspodcast@gmail.com. That is bookexpectationspodcast@gmail.com for any recommendations on what books you'd like to hear next.
Make sure to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, and friend us on Goodreads at Book Expectations Podcast, or click the link in our bio.